All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our weekly team passion call. So it is Monday, December 18th. We will not do a call next Monday on actual Christmas. But I definitely want to do Monday night, January 1st, a goal setting call, just kick us right off for the new year. So we'll just skip next week. We got this week and then we'll just skip next week and then we'll do January 1st, right? That's like right? Yes. Okay. Make sure I'm not missing a week in there. So tonight I just want to keep this real short. I know everybody's busy, crazy life. We got a crazy windstorm up here in the Northeast. We don't have power, but we have an amazing generator, so it appears that I have power and internet. I was like, wait, the internet still work? I had all these questions for Mark with this full house generator, and it's almost as if like I was in the middle of cooking and I was in the middle of cooking because I don't want COVID Mark cooking my food. So I was in the middle of searing scallops, but I wasn't searing them. I was boiling them. And Mark's like, no, that has to go on higher temperature. You're not even searing. I'm like, leave me alone. I'm trying. And then all of a sudden the lights went out in the middle of me cooking. I'm like, what? And it was pitch black. What's happening? And then a couple seconds, it all kicked on. And I was like, wait, can I use the stove? And Mark's like, yes. And I'm like, oh. And then we used the microwave. Like we just kept going. Our Christmas lights stayed on. I was like, oh, this is amazing. So that is a good thing about this generator. But anyway, so I want to keep this short, sweet, to the point. Tonight, I want to talk about, I was thinking today about our big team accountability group. And then I was kind of looking at Shaun T has a really good accountability group, Dig Deeper Nation, where there's not really like negativity and there's not like coach poaching. Like it's very well, like everybody knows how to behave in there, right? Kind of like everybody knows how to behave in our group. Like it takes a while to get there though, right? Like, and I've also gotten to the point where when people post maybe not, I wouldn't say negative, but something just not positive, I find myself just ignoring it because I'm just like, does this even need my answer? Does it need my energy with an answer? And a lot of times it doesn't. So, and a lot of times when you ignore something, it kind of just goes away, right? Sometimes, not always. But so one of the things I want you guys to think about for 2024, for those of you who don't have like these rockin' accountability groups yet, what is your vision for your accountability group for 2024? And are you willing to be patient with it and put the effort in and put the work in and consistently talk about what this group is going to look like and what you expect from the participants in it? And there was a lot of times in the beginning for me where I was like, I'm gonna have to remove you from the group if you're not going to be active in the group, just because I want it to be more active. And I'm like, and you don't have to get personal. You don't have to, like, I just want to hear from you once a week if that's, and just setting kind of those ground rules or those expectations, like, because I want your customers to know, like, hey, I'm not here just to give you a link and then you go off and do it yourself. Like, this is a partnership. Like, I am your partner in this. So if you're not telling me how you're doing or asking me questions, or I'm not hearing from you, then what was the point of your purchase, right? And so just kind of getting a little blunt with them, but in a kind way, but just being like, these are the expectations of the group. This is how you get in my group. This is how, kind of like I've done in that group chat, where I'm like, these are the expectations and this is what we need to be doing. And I'm going to have to remove you if you're not doing the things, right? And that's okay to do that, because your energy is very important and you have to protect it. And, I'm not saying the group has to be huge and full of 75 posts a day and whatever. but it should be a partnership between you and 5 other people or 3 other people or whoever, whatever that looks like in the beginning. A lot of times people get hung up on, okay, but what if I start a group and I do dig deeper with 3 people, and then January 8th, someone wants to come in and do 4 weeks for everybody. Okay, you let them in. I found that building one group was way more helpful than opening all the groups, right? And so I'm even going to do that with the bod groups. Like we have a bod group right now that just took us through 2024 body blocks. I'm going to just open one bod group for 2023. I'm going to open one bod group for 2024 for everybody to just go to, right? Because I just find that it's a lot of work on our end, and it's a lot, like, you want to do a new event and you want to invite to a new program and you want to make sure you're talking about all of those things, but always just have one central group to grow upon, because there's power in numbers and there's energy in numbers. But if that's not your vision, that's okay too. But that's what I have seen in the last 13 and a half years. That's where I've seen the most success, having tried all the things. And I present our big accountability group as it's for the entire partner team too, because I feel like when we become a partner and we start running our own group, we put so much work into running the group that we sometimes forget to do our own health and wellness journey. Not that we ever forget about fitness, because we are all we just do that. It's like brushing our teeth, but maybe the nutrition plans. Wait, I need to see results. So, Shaun T was talking in his live call tonight in Dig Deeper Nation. He was like, someone asked a question. They said, because I was thinking, because he's talking a lot about eating before you work out and having that energy to lift heavy and stuff. And I'm like, I just like to have my energize. I work out at 6 a.m. And he was like, you got to eat something and have it be digest for at least 45 minutes. And I'm like, well, I am up at 5:15. I just dilly dally. I play on my phone a little. Then I take the dog. I was like, okay, I could actually put something out the night before, make sure I have toast ready to go in the oven, whatever, in the toaster. And maybe like do a avocado toast and like a half a banana or a cup of fruit or something, like have something quick and easy, and then take the dogs out, and then start my energize. And then by the time 6 o'clock, well, I'm actually probably going to have to do it earlier than 6 because of how long the workout's out. But you know what I mean? He even said just having a tablespoon of peanut butter with a banana is fine if on those days that it's going to be less of a digestion. But he did say a tablespoon of peanut butter, meaning you skim the top off and it's only a tablespoon. Oh, that's what a tablespoon is. So, just adjusting and having those little things to be able to talk about in your group and be able to be real with people in the group. Like he was like, someone said, the only time I can work out is first thing in the morning. I don't really have time to eat. And he said, then get up earlier. And I was like, oh, I thought he was going to be like, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, no, he's like, if you want results. So I think we forget as partners that we have to go that hard too, so that we can see the results, so that we can show the people, which is why I have that big group for all my personally sponsored people, but then also for the entire partner team passion group, so that you have a place to go to be a challenger and not be a partner, right? So yeah, so it's something I want you to kind of really think about, and really every like Sunday, like visualize, what does my group look like? Who's in there? How active are they? What is it? What are people saying? And really put it out to the universe that you have a group of 10 super active people by February 1st, like rocking it in there and just loving the environment and and even ask them, hey, I have a group on an app and I have a group on Facebook. Which are you going to be more inclined to post in? Because I don't want it to be a one-way street here. This is a partnership. So setting that intention right away, I think we get so excited to help people that we just be like, whatever you want to do, just come in and do whatever. Like we're just so lackadaisical because we just want them in, right? And that's not what we're about. And so make sure you're kind of lay that out right at the beginning for people. Does that make sense? Awesome.
Yes, that makes great sense and gives me some ideas. And now I need to make sure that I get into that Dig Deeper Nation and pick up some of that stuff because I'm ready to get some results. I have a free group and then I have some of my paid people that are in there, and I'm going to start going crazy in that
Yeah.
because there's people in there that just they need to see like that if they're active, if I am,
Yeah.
but if I'm not, there's
Right.
nothing.
Right. And you want to ask them, what more can I do in this group to make it so that you want to come in here? Like, what do you need
Hmm.
from me? Prizes, all the things, like whatever that looks like for people. Um, so yeah, it's say we're a partnership. So this isn't my group, this is our group. How can we do this together? And just really, I feel like it's time for many of you to really have your own super active and exciting accountability groups that it's not just all you guys, right? I mean, it's great, but like really have, again, it doesn't have to be 100 people. It can be 5 to start, but 5
Right.
people you can focus with and have a partnership and really be like, I'm looking to mentor 5 people very closely for the next 90 days. Is this you? Or for the next 30 days, or for the next 21 days, whatever. You know, can I take you through a program? Are you willing to put in the work? Are you willing to have this, relationship with me? So good. And then the next thing, I wanna make sure you have a monthly plan for filling this group with at least 3 new people every month. Like, so what can this plan look like? And you can, like, this next week and a half, I know you're gonna be busy, but during some downtime, get into that Body Basics, Body Partner app. Like, there are so many tools in there. They just launched the 3-step Dig Deeper plan. So even if you're trying to invite to 21-day fix, still you can still use things from that plan. Like, it's not, you can just use the another program. You can just use the ideas, but I would maybe get yourself a new calendar just for inviting in your social media plan. Carl was amazing on the National Wake Up Call today. My power went out twice during that. I mean, my internet went out twice during that. But I caught how he said, um, there's a difference between being proactive and react. Is that what he said? What he said? The difference and passive. So if you're being proactive, you are reaching out to people and inviting them to join your 10 and play, right? Whatever wording you want to use. I don't love Carl's wording, so whatever wording you want to use. Or are you just being passive by just posting and hoping people? My thing is always, I was a huge Sesame Street fan. And I don't know if you ever saw the skit with Bert and Ernie where they were fishing and they would just yell, "Here, fishy, 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 fishy." And Ernie would yell that and they would just jump in the boat and Bert would try it. It never worked. And I was like, I always use that analogy. Like, we can't just post on social media and be like, "Here, fishy, fishy, fishy," hoping that people are gonna jump into the boat, right? Like, you have to actively talk to people. And when I sit and do that, when I actively talk to 15 people a day, I'm like, I need to make more time to do this because the conversations that I have are so different than if I'm just randomly posting and hoping people are gonna reach out to me, because they're not. Because again, a reminder, this is a very personal decision for people. So not everybody's gonna reach out or comment or, you know, click like or whatever you're asking them to do in the call to action. Keep doing those because some people will, but not everybody will. So make sure you are actively going through that big list of yours and reaching out to 10 to 15 people a day. And sometimes, if I have a list of 10 to 15, sometimes 6 of them are happy birthday messages. You know, and a lot of times it's you know, happy birthday, whatever. And then as soon as they respond to me, thank you so much, I usually ask, are you doing anything fun? And then we get into this whole conversation. Sometimes it leads to, well, I'm working. And I'm like, oh, come on. Is there something else you could be, what can you know, are you going to celebrate this weekend? Like, and I just keep going and I just keep asking questions. And then a lot of times I'll see that person liking and commenting on my stuff days later. Cause I'm like, okay, because I cared and because I just had a normal conversation, they went to see what I was up to on my news feed and went and checked things out. So having an actual monthly plan to fill your group with 3 to 5 new people. What is that going to look like? You know, is it going to be 3 days a week of 15 conversations a day? Is it going, you know, whatever. Like make it up for something that you can stick to. Know that it's something you can stick to. Like if you know, it doesn't have to be 15 people a day all 7 days, right? Like that's usually not how it works. So for me, like I did this exercise years and years and years and years and years ago with Shalene. And it was, what is your ideal work day? What time do you start your work? What time do you end your work? And for me, that's Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to noon. And that's what this has turned into for me. Those are my business hours. Anything before or after that is overtime. And it's fun and it's like a little extra. But my sit down hours are 9 to 12, Monday through Thursday. Am I always perfect? No. Today was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, right? Like there was wind and people were testing positive for COVID and I had no idea what was happening in my world. So I watched the National Wake Up Call when I could. I knew I was going to get on the Dig Deeper Nation call tonight. I had a couple conversations. I'm pretty sure I only posted once on social media today and did one story. I don't even know. Like it was not a productive day. But I did something because I had my list and I had my stuff ready to go. And I was like, okay, I'm going to post my Dig Deeper event. Great. I'm going to do this, you know? So I didn't get any PD done today, except, well, the National Wake Up Call, and I listened to Shanti on the Dig Deeper. But like, I didn't sit down and do any Monday fires that I love to do. And, you know, so it's not always perfect, but have your plan of something that you can stick to so that at the end of the month, there are 3 to 5 brand new people that have purchased something. Again, it doesn't have to be a total solution pack. You can have someone buy a 3-day refresh. You can have someone buy a Shakeology sampler pack. You can have someone just get a membership, like whatever that looks like, but you're getting them started on some sort of plan. And then the last thing, real quick, reminder, this Wednesday at 7:30, we are going to do a What is Body call. So all of these people that you've been talking to, you know, I'm going to cover everything. I'm going to cover fitness, nutrition, mindset, and opportunity. And I'm going to really focus on community. And I made a post today, like I don't even know where, but you know, I bet when you start your health and wellness journey, you're looking for weight loss and to feel better, but you don't know what else you're going to get. And I went into community, having a family, just having lifelong friendships, having lifelong habits and goals that you create, like being able to bounce different ideas off of and different things off of with people that are also going through life. And, you know, I just went through so that's going to be a big focus Wednesday night, like what people are going to get that isn't what they think, so to speak. Like I want to tap into people's emotions and what this is going to look like and what it's going to feel like. So
We're
make
doing
sure
this
you,
for them.
yeah. So make sure you get people on that call Wednesday night. I am going to do prize drawings. I'm going to do an Amazon gift card, a Target gift card, and a supplement bundle. So yeah.
Okay.
So that's my plan for tonight. Anyone want to add anything or ask any questions? Those are super cute little reindeer, Rudolphs.
I got them for me and for Blaine last year for Christmas.
So cute. Maybe I would cook more if I had those.
They're super fun.
I want to cook. I want to put my reindeer mitts on. Probably not. All right. Any questions, comments? No?
Looking forward to the goal setting one at the beginning of the year.
Yep. I do.
Oh
love
yeah.
it. Yep, it's fun. And it's got to be something that we're doing weekly. Like it's got to be something you're doing weekly so that you're constantly looking at your goals and you constantly have something to work towards and you're shooting for something, you're tracking something, Mark and I sat down the other night. I was like, look, I need you to look financially what I want to accomplish in 2024. Like I need you to see, I'm sure, like I pulled up the bank accounts and showed him the mortgage, the pool loan, and the car loan. He was like, okay, what are the interest rate? Because I was like, what should I be paying extra on? He's like, well, which one has the highest interest rate? Like other than the mortgage, but so I was like, okay, so just coming up with an actual plan and then writing it down. Yeah, so that'll be fun. But same thing with your monthly building plan, like knowing, okay, I've got to help 3 brand new people get started. What does this actually look like? And tweak it along the way. I've been tweaking things for the past 3 months and I finally I'm in this groove. But it took me a bit. I'd be like, oh, let me try this. Oh, let me try this. And I wasn't way out of left field with stuff. I was just trying to hone it in on exactly what I want was going to look like for me. So good. All right. Thanks for joining me and have an amazing night. Have a happy holiday.